exits in case of emergency.
It was logic that designed the lane, not some ruler pulling on the chain. You don't land the plane just anywhere. You check the wind, the gear, the air. So let me introduce to you a way that's built on what is true. Procedural systems made to stand.
That's not dictatorship, that's engineering.
Procedural systems made to stand. They don't obey a single hand. They're tested, shared, devised by plan, are based on what one person can. Procedural systems, not commands. Procedural systems made to stand. It's better when you check the facts than led by fear on moral tracks. You built for safety, built to learn, and fix the method when it burns. You don't just trust a hunch to steer. You train, you test, you make it clear. The traffic lights on tyranny, they're signals born of urgency. So let me now remind you all that structure doesn't mean control. It's how we rise, not how we fall.
Version 3 worked better. Update the protocol.
If you know a better way, bring it forward.
Procedural systems.
Why do we trust what feels just right? Is having an answer enough? We think we know without the right. Without context for evidence backs up. Let me show you how we've learned to know. And tested systems light the way. Not by opinion but by method grown today. We thrive through systems built on understanding. We learn by context facts commanding. We evolve with knowledge from our planning. What do I do when my gut conflicts? Does it guide me or just steer me blind? Do I rebuild or just commit? Is my judgment's rooted in a different kind? Let me show you how procedure bends. Adapting to weight to side to one. No universal chair unless we test and verify. We thrive through systems built on understanding. We learn by context, facts commanding. We evolve with knowledge from our planning. Do we need our own opinions? We should need evidence to choose. Could it be systems refined as we want knowledge rooted, not just news? When opinion hurts, we must question. Why do we hold untested rules? Would you trust a coach who never learned? Who shouts you're wrong without the proof? Do our skills help us grow step by turn? Or just pass tables on unlived truth? Let me show you how lifeguards stand. Not by orders but by trained command. We don't need bosses, just systems that expand. We thrive through systems built on understanding. We learn by context, facts commanding. We evolve with knowledge from our planning. Do we need our own opinions? We should need evidence to choose. Could it be systems refined as we want knowledge rooted, not just news? When opinion hurts, we must question. Why do we hold untested rules? So if you think you know what's right, ask yourself if you tested it up tonight. Don't guess this on revising probe. Bring it forward, let your sister show.
Picture a child in a room full of voices, repeating the tone that they hear every day. They learn what they see adapting their choices, mimicking words that just tumble away.
They don't choose to echo your phrases, comfort, not crime. Look for the pattern that shaped all their ways, you'll find it in time.
Behavior stems from what comes before.
Behavior stems from what comes before.
Behavior stems from what comes before. Kids do what they know, no method behind throwing the rule without situation of elation, missing the why and the curve of the line. Labeling brighter dim won't define what's hidden in mind. First ask what shape, what they think, then answers unwind. Behavior stems from what comes before. Behavior stems from what comes before. Behavior stems from what comes before. Questions come first. I don't know yet the response that we give. We test the ideas till our understanding bursts, with proof-driven bottles where true minds can live. Behavior stems from what comes before. 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 Behavior stems from what comes before.
It's not your fault. It's all design.
I used to think I chose the path I'd tread.
Now I can't play.
But I myself decided what was right. I'm living my truth, but here's what's true. Been shaped by what I never knew.
That's not fake.
Got to admit we're not choosing. We're molded by the hands of time.
Free will.
Yes, I've got to admit we're not choosing. We're built by more than our own mind. Built by more than our own mind. We used to be, I'm free, I choose. They hide it from all learning cues. I spoke my mind as if I knew, but I merely talk on what I've been through. I've got to admit we're not choosing. We're molded by the hands of time.
Free will.
I have to admit we're not choosing. It's all shaped by what we find. It's shaped by what we find. It's not just what we choose. It's what more we do. It's not just what we choose. It's what more we do. I used to judge what others did, saying, oh, you can't just not behave. But now I know their speech and tone will learn from what they've watched and known. I've got to admit we're not choosing. We're molded by the hands of time.
Free will.
Yes, I admit we're not choosing. full of what's been learned. We're full of what's been learned. It's not just what we choose from all we've. It's not just what we choose from all we've. From all we've.
I'm learning the art of tracing patterns that whisper their truth when I've seen them before. Where I will go, I'm filling the gaps in knowledge and practice by testing each step with my hands on the floor. Where I will go, and it really doesn't matter if it's guessed or known. Where I belong, I've grown. Where I belong. See the voice that claims insight without proof to show. One I'd never hold strong. I'm marking a shape by drawing the squares that guide my eyes to the figure I know. There I will go. There I will go. Oh, and it really doesn't matter if it's yes or no. Where I belong, I've grown. Where I belong. City ideas float by without testing their roots, and never quite measure up or hold on. I'm climbing the mountain again and again. Learning to every challenge I've met, and I still go. Seeing the test, where it will go, where it will go. I'm sharpening loves to penetrate, not guessing there's right, but seeing the test, where it will go, where it will go.
Early morning with a tool in hand, I test the groove, quietly feeling how the wood holds shape. Bruised my palm until I understood, so I step back, now I approve. I know every cotton because this is, I trust what grows because I've helped it sweat with every handheld test. Sitting down on a rough, uneven stone, not knowing why it aches my bones. I've learned to shift and realign, 'cause just sitting hurt until I made it mine. I know because this is because it's underhand with every trial at hand. Opening a dusty, well-worn book of skills, following pages tested by years. I save time from past missteps so my hands can stand what they will without fears. I know because this is, I trust the path, not some voice from north, with guidance from before, marking the line with my hands.
For the promise of safer roads, he watched tires slip on ice till frost took hold. He checked for a pattern in friction and load, crafting the tread that would grip and hold. With knowledge of code and chemical measures, in each groove he found that grip was found, and with purpose born of pleated design, for the cure of bitter pills. A chemist labored late, frustration on his face. He shielded the tongue from the fire until at last you're wrapped the pain in its grace by mixing the bitter with proving precise. He solved the problem he labored to face, an invention born of need and mind. For the lens that freezes time, he saw light fade in plates, then asked how it confined. He tried chemical blends until images shined and captured the moment as though by design. From beam to photo he built the rugged plate. All knowledge combined when the moment aligned. Innovation sparked from searching eyes.
Talking about the ones who run the show, speaking loud with faith alone, but facts they do not know, costing votes and trusting charms while systems break apart below. Talking about the ones who see the land, measuring the currents, pull the soil, the sea, the sand. They don't blame, they calculate, their compass set by tested hand.
Try to recognize it isn't just belief, but knowing how the cause relates. Real decisions need a map that's built from feedback, tools and tested states. About the mist that clouds the mind, praising hunches over facts and leaving truth behind. But no idea stands until it stands again in real design. If a model fails, then ask anew. Observe, revise, and make it true. To lead you must refine the view, not just feel but build what's proven true.
When someone copies, paints on the gloss, takes a working part, do they know the tension in every spring? Why that gear must mesh just so tight? Only the one who failed 10 times straight can improve what's poor. They know the reason, they hold the vision, they built it before.
They have burned the light of testing each new form till it worked just twice.
You can recite it, pass down the name, quote a page or two. But if you don't know why the circuit fails, what the thread reacts or will do, then you're repeating, not truly seeing what it's really for. They know the reason, they hold the vision, they've built it before. Buster Darwin and old Tesla didn't wait long ways, didn't seek reward. Just the need to know. Working night and day, testing what they saw. Talk all you want now, wear the white coat, sit behind the desk. But when a child asks, how does this work? Will you teach a guess at your best? Credit belongs to the one who can open every door. They know the reason, they hold the vision, they built it before.
Questions first and answers come. Questions first and answers come.
Questions first and answers come, not from rule books, not from some. When the ground shifts, so does what we need to know. Children standing in the morning, asking why the winds are forming, learning from the raindrops, not the words on a sheet. Clocks don't teach us when to listen, snow will cancel every mission, and a flooded road can tell you what not to repeat. Questions first and answers come, no one way to solve the sum. When the sky says no, the plans will have to go. Oh, questions first. One child draws the sea in motion, one builds bridges, one drinks oceans, not from books but walking rivers, counting cracks. Teachers tried the one such student, never saw the system's rooting, till a quiet voice said, what if we just ask? Questions first and answers show where you live and how you grow. Not a rule, but something only you can know. Oh, questions first. Questions first and answers come. Questions shaped by place and sun. Questions drawn from where you're from. Questions first and answers come.
Not optional, not optional, not optional. Bridges are breaking, wires are frayed, patching the holes in the system decay. Nothing designed, just let decay. Rebuild the future, all gets swept away. Not optional, not a choice, it's redesign. Now lose your voice, don't wait for failure, don't wait to drown. Inadequate systems will pull you down. Schools are no place, results is unpaid. Children rehearsing on what under shape. We fought the war, but ask the cost of freely minds before they're lost. Fights burst when no one hears. Warnings echo for years and years. No plan to shift, no gears engaged. Just more distraction dressed as change. Designing forward, systems in flow. Water and lights where need will grow. Don't ask permission, the planet waits. Earth is our heritage, not the fates. not optional. Not to face, it's engineering better ways. Don't wait for failure, don't wait to drown. Inadequate systems will pull you down. Factories run the skies collapse, while bonds through every map. We watch the flood, we cast the flame, but redesign is called insane. Houses sinking floor by floor, but how should we cross the winds of war? You can't escape what you won't prepare. We need systems built with future care. Not an optional, not a game. The blueprint's here, but who will play? Don't wait for failure, don't wait to drown. The adequate system will pull you down. Design its direction of reaction. The fusion of sequence instruction. Earth is a home, not a prison. Innovation, not optional.
Expected, what? Projected, shake it. Woo! You're hurt by what you thought you come to be, not by the world but your own belief. The prayer, the plan, the fantasy collides with how things really be. No one's a villain, no one's a saint. We act on what we were taught to paint. The world was by condition, not desire. No God or wish can calm the fire. The failed attempt, the lost command. Should ask what next, not was it planned. Love and morality must bend to logic, care and not pretend. Woo! Hey, ooh, that truth that clears me. Pain, 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 pain.
I read to go today, oh boy. It told me who gets jailed and who gets paid. And though the ink was clean and black, I saw the hand behind, the ones who drew the lines. They wrote the rules on stolen ground. They made the theft look like a crown. A man was fined for stealing bread, while yachts were passed with tax cuts red. A uniform stands firm and proud. The God save for those allowed. I'd love to turn you on.
streets. Walked outside, the signs all read, a dwelling here, though none that fled. Past a gate with thrones above, and wondered what they're guarding of. Read a plaque that named the street for someone who had owned the fleet.
I traced the laws back through the years. Each one tied, well of fear. They ban the act, then sell the tool, and teach the poor to break the rules. The prisons bloom like fields in spring, but only reap one kind of wing. No code was carved from holy stone. They wrote it just to guard their throne.
I'd love to turn you on.
All rise.
It never had to be this way. It never had to be this way. They call it justice, but it's trade. They draw the line, then sell the map. It never had to be this way. It never had to be.